Dear students, let us understand some more situations where you can see artificial variable. First, suppose the constant is greater than type. For example, 2x1 plus 3x2 greater than or equal to 7. So here you are going to see artificial variable. Why? Because this side is greater, so it will be subtracted by a surplus variable. So 2x1 plus 3x2 minus s1. When you introduce surplus variable, then you have to add artificial variable. That we have discussed in our previous video, that why there is requirement of adding artificial variable when you have subtracted a surplus variable. So one situation is there, when you introduce surplus variable, then you have to introduce artificial variable, right? And one, consider one more situation. Suppose constraints are this types: 2x1 plus 3x2 greater than or equal to 7, and another constraint is 3x1 plus 2x2 is equal to 2. uh, this is the rare thing you see in linear programming model, this equation. But uh, it is rare, but it is not it cannot be said that it cannot be considered in linear programming model. So if there is a equation in linear programming model, then how you are going to handle that? Suppose uh, if we remained it as the equation, because अब आप ये बोलोगे ना कि हमने ग्रेटर वाले इनइक्वालिटी को तो इक्वेशन बनाना था, इसलिए हमने सरप्लस वेरिएबल या स्लैक वेरिएबल ऐड किया, लेकिन यहाँ पे तो इक्वेशन बनाया है, तो फिर इसमें कुछ छेड़छाड़ करने की ज़रूरत क्या है? बट सी, in initial simplex table, what you assume that x1 is equal to 0 and x2 is equal to 0. All the decision variables you put 0. So suppose now put 0 is here, x1 is equal to 0, x2 is equal to 0. So this side is 0 and this side is 2. So again, this is not valid, because one side is 0 and one side is 2. So to avoid such type of contradiction, such type of problem, so what we do, we avoid this situation by adding an artificial variable. Here we will add artificial variable, then everything is fine. 3x1 plus 2x2 plus a is equal to 2. Now if you put this is equal to 2, still this equation is valid. Now you can conclude that artificial will be uh, visible only in two cases: when there is greater than type constraints, or when there is equality in linear programming model. And how it is going to be handled further, हम इसका जो कोफिशिएंट है वो माइनस एम रखेंगे. वेदर इट इज, वेन एवर यू सी आर्टिफिशियल वेरिएबल, पुट कोफिशिएंट minus m, where m is very big, and solve it by big M method. Now this is about artificial variable. Now one more thing, understand a few more things. Suppose during solution with simplex, you find such situation that mm, there are, suppose x1, x2, s1, s2, and here is 3, 2, 3, 1. Suppose these are the values of delta. So this solution is not optimal. Then what you have to do, you have to select the value with positive value of delta as a key column. So here you have a tie. Which tie? Like 3 here and 3 here. So how to resolve this tie? अब देखिए, ये जो हमारा की कॉलम है, ये क्या होने वाला है? ये की कॉलम का वेरिएबल जो है अगली टेबल में ये हो जाएगा बेसिस का वेरिएबल, यानी कि सोल्यूशन वैल्यूज़ के लिए ये दिस वेरिएबल विल बी टेकन. So if you are getting opportunity, because here there is a tie, you can randomly take anyone. But if you apply your thought, so you can see कि अगर हम x1 को लेते हैं और x1 को हमें बेसिस में ले जाना है, और s1 को लेते हैं, s1 को बेसिस में ले जाना है, तो कौन सा ठीक रहेगा? Because we are interested in to find out the values of decision variable, so it will be better if you resolve this tie by taking this column, by taking column corresponding to decision variable. So this is how the ties between the key columns is resolved. And suppose, and if suppose here had also been 3, then there are two decision variables, there are two key there is a tie between two key columns for the decision variables, then you can go randomly. And you have always the choice to go randomly, but to avoid the repetitions and other things, so it will be wise if you apply your tie breaking criteria in this way. And now coming for रोज, टाई बिटवीन रोज, अगर यहाँ पे सपोज ये ऐसे S1 S2 एंड X1 ऐसे करके ये है, और यहाँ पे टाई है 3 2 3 4 and 3. Now there is a tie between this and this. Now which one should be selected as key rows? Because this is, if you see, these are the ratio, these are the minimum ratios. So ratio is 3 4 3, so you are going to select minimum ratio, so minimum values are 2, this 3 and this 3. So now you have the tie that which row should be taken as key row. So here it is suggested, now see the logic, की रो वाले वेरिएबल का होने वाला क्या है, ये हट जाएगा, इसकी जगह की कॉलम का वेरिएबल आएगा. अब आपके पास चॉइस है कि आप S1 को हटाना चाहोगे कि X1 को हटाना चाहोगे. सो इफ़ यू अप्लाई योर कॉमन सेंस, तो आप S1 को ही हटाना चाहोगे, क्योंकि जितना डिसीजन वेरिएबल यहाँ पे बना रहेगा उतना ही जल्दी आप ऑप्टिमम सोल्यूशन तक पहुँचोगे, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली यू आर इंटरेस्टेड टू फाइंड आउट द values of the decision variable. So this is the suggestion, take this row as key row, because in next table this variable will be replaced by some other variable. So this is the logic behind breaking the tie of key columns and key rows. I think it will be clear to you. One more thing, जब आप डेल्टा ऑप्टिमलिटी टेस्ट कंडक्ट करते हैं, तो देन डेल्टा की वैल्यूज़ को आप बोलते हो कि अगर ये डेल्टा की वैल्यूज़ नेगेटिव आई तो सोल्यूशन ऑप्टिमल है, या एक भी वैल्यू पॉजिटिव नहीं आई तो सोल्यूशन ऑप्टिमल है. अगर सपोज वैल्यूज़ इस तरह से हैं 3 0 -3 0 -2 एंड 0, एंड वैल्यूज़ इस तरह से हैं, एक दूसरी टेबल में ऐसी वैल्यूज़ हैं दूसरे क्वेश्चन के लिए, -2 -1 एंड -3 एंड -2. अब इन दोनों में अंतर क्या है, दोनों ऑप्टिमम सोल्यूशन है. अंतर ये है कि अगर एक जगह भी डेल्टा 0 है तो ये सोल्यूशन, एंड अदर वैल्यूज आर निगेटिव, और यू कैन से एक भी डेल्टा पॉजिटिव नहीं है तो सोल्यूशन ऑप्टिमल है. ठीक है, बट इसमें और इसमें अंतर ये है कि अगर एक जगह भी डेल्टा 0 है, then there would be an alternate solution, then there will exist alternate solutions, and in this case there will be unique solution. So I think these things will help you in doing simplex in easy way. Thank you.